Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Kapowski. Final project, band book unit. I was glad that everyone seemed as happy as they seemed. Sam and I got up to the kitchen and she turned on the light. Wow, it was so bright I couldn't believe it. It was like when you see a movie in the theater during the day and you leave the movie, you can't believe that it's still daylight outside. Sam got some ice cream, some milk, and a blender. I asked her where the bathroom was. She pointed around the corner, almost like it was her house. I think that she and Patrick spent a lot of time here when Bob was in high school still. When I got out of the bathroom, I heard a noise in the room where we left our coats. I opened the door and I saw Patrick kissing Brad. It was a stolen type of kissing. They heard me in the door and turned around. Patrick spoke first. "Is that you, Charlie? Sam's making me a milkshake." "Who is this kid?" Brad just looked real nervous and not in the Bob way. "He's a friend of mine. Relax." Patrick then took me out of the room and closed the door. He put his hands on both of my shoulders and looked me straight in the eye. "Brad doesn't want people to know." "Why?" "Because he's scared." "Why?" "Because he is." "Wait, are you stoned?" They said I was downstairs. Sam is making me a milkshake. Patrick tried to keep from laughing. "Listen, Charlie, Brad doesn't want people to know. I need you to promise that you won't tell anyone. This will be our little secret, okay?" "Okay, thanks." With that, Patrick turned around and went back to the room. I heard some muffled voices, and Brad seemed upset, but I didn't think it was any of my business, so I went back into the kitchen. I have to say that was the best milkshake I had ever in my life. It was so delicious it almost scared me. Before we left the party, Sam played me a few of her favorite songs. One was called Blackbird and the other one was called MLK. They were both beautiful. I mentioned the titles because they were as great when I listened to them sober. Another interesting thing happened at the party before I left. Patrick came downstairs. This book was banned because of sex content and underage drinking. It was banned at Glen Ellen School in District 41. Brian and Judd Bradfield submitted their request because their 12-year-old daughter was reading the book. I think the author wrote the book to show kids the real struggles of high school. The lesson taught is don't do drugs or you'll go crazy like the character in the book did. The message is you need to be who you want to be. Don't let anyone else tell you different because it won't turn out good for you. I think this book is important to read because no one prepares you for peer pressure in high school, and this book shows some of the worst effects of peer pressure. I don't think this book should be banned because I don't believe in banning books. I believe that if a book has content such as this, then there should be something that your parents have to sign or they have to call and prove that you can read it, because a book is written for a reason and it's published for a reason. Obviously it was good or it wouldn't have been published.